Willow, you're getting married today, no discussion. Thomas's voice shook, his eyes soft with pity yet hard with resolve. I stood in a cloud-white wedding gown, staring at the stranger in the mirror, my heart ash-gray. Yesterday, I'd been an ordinary college girl stressing over her thesis. Today, I was about to marry the legend who supposedly killed, without blinking, Riverdale's newest business titan. Adrian, Dad, there really isn't any other way? I made one last plea. Thomas turned his face away. The hole in the company's debt is too big. Only the Caldwell family is willing to throw us a lifeline. And Adrian's condition is you. A bitter smile tugged at my lips. What could the daughter of a bankrupt businessman possibly offer the crown prince of Caldwell? Most likely he just thought I'd be easy to push around. The makeup artist dusted on a final touch of powder, then steered me toward the bridal car. The whole ride my heart ricocheted between my ribs. The name Adrian rang through Riverdale like a thunderclap. At 28 he'd seized control of Caldwell, and in 3 short years he'd doubled its market cap. His methods were ruthless. He never left an opponent breathing room. They also said he was so germ-phobic no human being was allowed inside a 3-meter radius. How on earth was I supposed to live with someone like that? The car stopped in front of Holy Cross Cathedral. I drew a deep breath and stepped out. Inside, every pew was packed with Riverdale's elite, old money, new tech, gossip column royalty. Their eyes pounced on me. Curious, pitying, gleeful. I knew exactly what they were thinking. Does a bankrupt's daughter deserve the Caldwell heir? Obvious answer. The organ swelled. I threaded my arm through Thomas's and started down the aisle. At the altar waited a tall silhouette in a black suit, profile sharp enough to slice stone. My husband, Adrian. He didn't even bother to turn and look at me. I gritted my teeth and kept my smile plastered on. Since fate had written this script, I would play it bravely. Only when I reached him did I realize he was even more handsome than in the photos. Deep-set eyes, straight nose, thin lips pressed into a line. An Arctic force field radiated from him. You came. His voice was low, magnetic. I nodded, speechless. The priest began. Adrian, do you take Willow to be your wedded wife? To love her, comfort her, honor her, in sickness and health, for richer or poorer, until death part you? I do. Short, decisive. When my turn came, my voice trembled. I do. You may now exchange rings. Adrian took out a diamond ring and slid it onto my finger with surprising gentleness. The stone flashed under the chandeliers so brilliantly I almost stopped breathing. For one surreal second it felt like a dream. You may kiss the bride. My pulse went wild. I squeezed my eyes shut, waiting for the touch of his lips. Instead he brushed my forehead, light as a dragonfly. Barely a kiss at all. Scattered applause drifted through the nave. When I opened my eyes he had already turned away. The ceremony was over, but our story had just begun. Back at the Caldwell estate it was 9 at night. The mansion sprawls halfway up the mountain. Vast, opulent yet somehow tasteful. Madam, welcome home. The housekeeper, Uncle Lee, greeted me with impeccable courtesy. The title embarrassed me. Uncle, just call me Willow. He smiled. The young master told us to look after you. Your room is on the 2nd floor. Shall I show you? Aren't we sharing a room? My cheeks burned. Lee blinked. The master said not to disturb your rest. My heart twisted. Clearly he felt zero attraction. The bedroom was huge, done in the minimalist style I love. The closet was already stuffed with outfits, casual to couture, all in my exact size. The young master chose them himself, Lee explained. I was floored. When had he learned my measurements? After a shower I slipped into pajamas and sank into the cloud-soft bed. The day rewound in my head like a movie reel. Starting tonight, I was Caldwell, at least on paper. A soft knock interrupted my thoughts. I padded to the door. Adrian stood there in loungewear, a glass of warm milk in hand. Drink this. It helps you sleep. He held it out. Our fingertips brushed as I took the glass. The warm contact made my heart stutter. Thanks, I whispered. He lingered. If you need anything, tell Lee. Okay, sleep well. He turned to leave. Adrian, I blurted. He glanced back, puzzled. Thank you, for today. Whatever his reason, he had saved my family. He hesitated, then dipped his head. You're welcome. He strode away. I shut the door and leaned against it, a slow warmth blossoming inside. Maybe he wasn't the ice statue they claimed. Maybe married life wouldn't be a frozen hell. I finished the milk and climbed back into bed. Moonlight spilled across the floor like liquid silver. Tomorrow a brand new life would begin. Chapter 2 Aromas woke me the next morning. Downstairs, the dining table groaned under a breakfast feast. Good morning, madam. Uncle Lee beamed. The master ordered soup dumplings and warm soy milk, your favorites. I froze. How did he know? Where is he? He left for the office at 6. But he left you a note. Lee handed me a sticky note in Adrian's neat script. rest today. Tomorrow I'll show you around the company. One sentence. Yet it warmed me through. After eating I wandered the grounds. The gardens alone could swallow several basketball courts, rare blooms everywhere. A lily-dotted pond where koi carp glided. Madam enjoys flowers? Lee had appeared behind me. They're gorgeous. The master told the gardener to plant extra roses, said every girl loves them. My pulse skipped. Around 3 my phone buzzed. Adrian, what are you doing? Reading. Which book? Pride and Prejudice. You like novels? Since I was little. A pause. I'll take you to the library tomorrow. Plenty of books there. Okay, I have a meeting. Enjoy your reading. I set the book down, unable to concentrate. Our interactions felt easy, taciturn, yes, but gentle. At 8 he returned. I was curled on the sofa watching TV when he descended in loungewear. How was your day? He sat, leaving polite space. Perfect. Everyone's spoiling me. Good. He nodded. Tomorrow you'll come to the office. Get familiar. Do I really have to? Nerves prickled. You're my wife. It's expected. The word wife on his lips sounded shockingly sweet. What if I embarrass you? He met my gaze. Eyes soft. You won't. On screen a rom-com reached its rain-soaked kiss. The room suddenly felt intimate. I snuck a glance, his profile carved in lamplight. You like these films? He asked. They're fine. I don't understand them, he admitted. Never had time. So what do you do for fun? Work. Besides that, gym, financial news. I laughed. Thrilling. He chuckled too. Eyes crinkling. The whole room brightening. Teach me. Then, he offered. For the next 2 hours we watched together. He questioned every plot twist. Why is she mad? The hero misjudged her. Then why not explain? Because drama needs conflict. Complicated, he mused. When credits rolled it was past 10. Time for bed. He rose. At the stairs he paused. Willow, I'll have your back tomorrow. Warmth flooded me. Thanks. I drifted off wearing a foolish grin, dreaming that someone brushed my forehead and whispered, good night, little wife. Chapter 3 Morning came. Adrian drove me to Caldwell HQ himself, sitting in his Ferrari. I sweat through my palms. Relax. My people are harmless. What if they hate me? He squeezed my hand. Trust me. The Caldwell Tower pierces the Riverdale skyline, 50 stories of black glass. In the lobby employees bowed like clockwork. Morning, Caldwell. Eyes flicked to me, curiosity rampant. My wife, Willow, Adrian announced without hesitation. Jaws dropped. The famously celibate boss had married and brought her to work. Morning, Caldwell, they chorused. Stunned. Inside the elevator we were alone. They're shocked, I said. I never bring anyone here, he confessed. Then why me? He looked down, utterly serious. Because you're my wife. Floor-to-ceiling windows wrapped the office like a glass wall, framing all of Riverdale beneath us. The desk was rare rosewood. Even the paintings on the walls were originals. This place is huge, I couldn't help saying. You can come here whenever you want, he said, pouring me a glass of water. I'll have my assistant set up a desk. You can read or do your own thing. As he spoke, the assistant knocked and stepped in. Sir, you have a 9 o'clock meeting. Push it back 30 minutes, Adrian ordered without hesitation. The assistant blinked. But the other party is an important client. I said half an hour. His tone brooked no argument. Yes, sir. Right away, the assistant said and hurried out. When the door closed I felt guilty. You don't have to delay work for me. Work can wait. Time with you can't. He said it casually, but my heart lurched. Next he gave me the full tour. Every time we met a department head he introduced me the same way. This is my wife. Each time, my cheeks burned, while the onlookers went from stunned to openly envious. The boss really dotes on his wife. She's so lucky. He actually smiles. Miracle. I snuck a glance at Adrian. He really was chattier, his expression softer. Could I really affect him that much? At noon we ate in the executive dining room. Every dish looked like art and tasted better. Good, he asked. Amazing, I nodded. The chef's from France. If you like it, come every day. Isn't that extravagant? Nothing's too good for you. His words were always blunt, and they always punched straight through my defenses. I noticed he kept piling food on my plate, every bite I loved. How do you know what I like? I asked, curious. He paused. Observation. Observation? Yesterday at breakfast you lit up over the soup dumplings, he said. Clinical. And when you taste something sweet your eyes half close? Dead giveaway. My jaw dropped. He'd logged that much detail. In the afternoon Adrian had meetings, so I read in his office. Through the glass I could see the conference room. He sat at the head, listening, questioning, directing, poised, confident, magnetic. When the meeting ended a woman in a pencil skirt and killer heels walked up to him, lashes batting. Caldwell, about this project, Could we discuss it privately? Her voice dripped sugar. A spike of something ugly jabbed me. Office man-eater. Classic. Adrian didn't even look her way. Email me. Meeting adjourned. He strode back to his office. The woman's face went tomato red. What's wrong? You look upset, he said softly. Returning to me. Nothing. I shook my head. He narrowed his eyes. Really? That woman, she seemed interested. I mumbled. He blinked, then grinned. Jealous? I'm not. I flushed. Willow, he said suddenly. I'm gentle only with you. The sentence melted over me like candy. Sourness gone. Chapter 4 weekend came. Adrian suggested we hit Maine. You're not working? I asked, surprised. Weekends belong to my wife, he said as if it were law. We headed to the busiest stretch of Maine, my first real shopping date. Adrian, tycoon or not, trotted patiently beside me, store after store. In boutiques he lounged by the fitting room door. In shoe stores he knelt to buckle my straps. At the beauty counter he listened to the sales pitch like a student. Your husband's so sweet. Lucky you, the clerk sighed. I sneaked a look. He was watching me, eyes soft. Like this lipstick, he asked. Kinda. Then it's yours. Card already in hand. $500, my month's budget. I protested. Cheap, he told the clerk. But, no buts. He brushed my hair back. You're my wife. Let me do better. By noon we had a dozen bags. Quick math said well into 6 figures. Think I'm too spendy? I fretted. No, he said seriously. You bought too little. Huh? Next time. Load up. I gave up. Rich people logic. Lunch was at a white tablecloth place, my first stab at fine dining etiquette. Unsure about the silverware, he noticed. A bit. I confessed. No ridicule. He simply coached. Fork left. Knife right. Slice like this. His hand closed over mine. Warm. Steady. Heart hammering. Got it? Pretty much, I whispered. Afterward we strolled Maine under a gold-brushed sunset. Happy today? He asked. Crazily happy, I said. Truest thing I'd said in months. Good. He smiled. Then I spotted a familiar face. My ex. Chase. He saw me. Stunned. Willow, what are you doing here? He walked over. I inched closer to Adrian. Just shopping. Chase eyed Adrian, jealousy flashing. And this is? My husband. The word felt bigger than me. Chase froze. Husband. You're married? Adrian offered a hand. Adrian. They shook. Chase looked like he'd touched a live wire. You're the Caldwell CEO? Yes. Adrian's tone stayed flat. Chase's complexion modeled. Once, he'd dumped me over to different worlds. Now the bankrupt girl had outmarried him by light years. Well, stuff to do. See ya. He slunk off. Watching him go, I felt everything and nothing. Ex? Adrian asked. Yeah. He left when my dad's company tanked. Idiot, he judged. Why? He let the best girl go, he said, utterly earnest. Warmth flooded me. Adrian, thank you. Thanking isn't required. He stopped, facing me. Our marriage started fast, but I'm in it for real. Me too, I promised. He extended a hand. Then let's reintroduce. I slipped mine into his. Hi, I'm Willow. Hi, I'm Adrian, your husband. Sunset. Soft breeze. Our story finally felt like it had started. Chapter 5. Back home I unpacked carefully. Adrian sat nearby, amused. You don't have to baby them, he said. They cost a fortune. Gotta respect that. Money's just paper. Your smile's the asset. Mid-sort. A question surfaced. Adrian, can I ask you something? Shoot. Why did you marry me? It had gnawed at me forever. He was quiet a beat. Want the truth? Always. Because you're Thomas's daughter. Dad's name hit like a gong. You knew my dad? 20 years ago, he saved my life, he said softly. I was a kid, about to be hit by a truck. Your father shoved me clear. I stared. How did you know I was his daughter? I kept tabs on the Vance family, he admitted. Knew Thomas had a daughter, Willow, bright, kind, so it was gratitude? My voice cracked. That was the spark, he said. My heart dipped. But it's not the fuel anymore, he added. Meaning? Now I'm in it because I love you. Ripples everywhere. You love me? Completely. From when? He smiled. First sight. Last spring, at the corner CAF. I rifled through memory, and gasped. Last spring, barista shifts, a gorgeous customer. Same espresso, corner table, rainstorm. I lent him my umbrella. That was you? Guilty, he said. You felt like sunlight. I thought, marry a girl like that and life's set. Tears pricked. Why wait to tell me? Scared you'd think it a fairy tale con, he chuckled. I stepped closer, studying his face. So you truly love me? Madly, heart rabbiting, cheeks on fire. Then here's my secret. I remembered you too. I told my friend, that customer, marry him. Dream. He burst out laughing. So we were crushing on each other the whole time. Must be fate, I whispered. He rose, closing the distance. Willow, can I hug you? I nodded. He drew me into his arms, warm, steady, home. His heartbeat thudded beside my ear, strong, steady. I'm going to love you right, he whispered. I closed my eyes and soaked in the warmth. I'll love you right, too. In that instant I felt like the luckiest woman alive. Let's start over, he said. Yes. From today on we're more than a contract couple. We're two people truly in love. The papers were signed long ago, but our story is only beginning. It's a dizzy, sparkling feeling. Chapter 6. Monday morning, Adrian left for Caldwell headquarters at the usual hour. Bored in the empty house, I speed-dialed Luna. Willow, you've finally come up for air. Her shriek rattled the speaker. Sorry, it's been crazy busy rolling around with your CEO hubby. Luna pried, voice dripping gossip. Stop it. My cheeks burned. Details. Girl, the internet swears he's ice cold, true or not. I pictured last night's slow, fierce hug and smiled. He's wonderful. That's it? Luna squealed. Spill everything. So I did. I replayed the past few days, blow by syrupy blow. When I finished, Luna screamed loud enough to crack crystal. OMG. It's sweeter than a rom-com. Your husband literally stepped out of a romance novel. Really that dramatic? Totally. The whole city's buzzing about the wedding, wondering what kind of girl snagged Riverdale's golden boy. What are they saying? My stomach fluttered. Mostly cheers. He's poster boy perfect. But the trolls are spitting poison, clout chaser, gold digger, you name it. My mood flatlined. Don't let strangers rent space in your head, Luna soothed. Believe in yourself, and in Adrian. After we hung up I opened a news app. Headlines exploded across the screen. Comments ranged from heart emojis to venom-dipped knives. OMG. Caldwell is gorgeous. Hope they last forever. Daughter of a bankrupt wannabe, how is she worthy? Obvious cash grab. Did somebody slip him a love potion? Each nasty line carved deeper. Maybe I really wasn't enough for Adrian. While I spiraled, my phone buzzed. Adrian, what are you up to? His voice was warm velvet. Just reading. I tried to sound breezy. You're off pitch. What's wrong? He caught the tremor instantly. Nothing. Just tired. Willow, stern now. Don't lie to me. I caved. I glanced at the news. The comments? Yeah. Stay offline. Gentle. Firm. Keyboard bile means zero. But they're right, I whispered. I don't match you. Enough. A flash of steel. To me you're it. Period. Outside noise is static. Promise. Swear. A pause. I'm coming home. You can't. Your meetings. Nothing tops you. Line dead. 30 minutes later Adrian stormed through the door, coat flapping, and folded me into arms that smelled of winter air. Silly girl. Where did those thoughts come from? He stroked my hair. We're galaxies apart. I mumbled against his chest. You run Caldwell. I'm just me. So what? He tipped my chin. I love the person, not the resume. Still, Noah still. Remember, you're the woman I chose. Critics can choke on it. Relief flooded me. No more doom scrolling, he ordered. Deal. I nodded like a chastised kid. Now hit me with a smile. I produced a wobbly crescent. Not sweet enough. Try again. I burst into real laughter. Sunlight after rain. There it is. He brushed my forehead with a kiss light as a feather and twice as electric. Adrian. Thank you. Thanking me is against the rules. He tapped my nose. Tell me everything that hurts. Capice? Capice. From that second onward, I never reopened the comment section. If Adrian says I'm enough, then I'm enough. Chapter 7. 1 month later Eleanor asked to meet me. Relax. My mom's harmless, Adrian promised. Harmless or not, my pulse tap danced. An old money matriarch could decide I was unwelcome and poof, fairy tale over. The Caldwell ancestral manor sat on rolling land outside Riverdale, red pillars, upturned eaves, koi carp drifting in a stone pond. Sweetheart, an elegant woman in cream wool glided forward. Eleanor, 40-ish in that expensive, timeless way. Mom. Adrian embraced her. And here's Willow, lovelier than the photos. She beamed. Nice to meet you. Caldwell. Mrs. Nothing. Call me Mom. She laced her fingers through mine. I've been dying to meet the girl who stole my workaholic's heart. Mom, don't overwhelm her, Adrian laughed. Overwhelm. I'm ecstatic. She patted my cheek. Finally, someone to drag him out of spreadsheets. Lunch was a tour of my plate. Sweet sour pork, cloud ear mushrooms, wild rice soup, every bite flown in because Eleanor heard it's what the bride likes. Afterward Adrian disappeared into the study. Eleanor led me down box hedge paths bright with roses. Does my son treat you well? Her eyes were kind but searching. He's gentle, protective, perfect. I answered. Good. She nodded. He keeps emotions locked tight, but he's tender inside. I see that. I used to fear he'd marry ambition in high heels, she confessed. Plenty of those prowling Riverdale. I'm not. You're different. She squeezed my hand. I watched your eyes when he walked in. You light up. That's love, not leverage. Heat stung my lids. Yes, ma'am. And he smiles now, really smiles. First time in years. My grin matched hers. We looped the gardens twice. Chatting shoes, charities, the art of keeping koi carp alive through winter. When we left, Eleanor hugged me like I'd always belonged. You'll come every Sunday, she ordered. Yes, Mom. In the car, Adrian glanced over. So, she adores me, I reported. Giddy. Told you. Resistance is futile. He kissed my knuckles, eyes sparkling. That night we sprawled on the sectional, streaming a rom-com halfway through. Adrian's phone vibrated. He checked the screen and the color drained from his face. I'll take this outside. Balcony doors shut behind him. I muted the movie. His silhouette paced, shoulders rigid. 10 frozen minutes later, he stepped back in, jaw clenched. Bad news? I asked softly. Just boardroom noise. He sat, but tension crackled off him. Adrian, share the weight. He hesitated, then tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. Nothing you need to carry. Promise. Sleep didn't come easy for either of us. At dawn, he pecked my forehead and slipped out. I spent the day jittery, expecting thunder. Around 4 the doorbell rang. A statuesque brunette in Chanel tweed examined me like a stain on marble. You must be Caldwell. Cool smile. I'm Sophia, an old friend of Adrian's. My stomach fell through the floor. Chapter 8 How can I help you? I kept my voice level. Sophia's crimson lips curved. Let's chat inside, shall we? I stepped aside. She prowled the living room, manicured fingers trailing the new silk cushions. Adrian remodeled for you? How quaint. Sugar-dripped jealousy. I heard he married. Had to see the girl who filled my shoes. What exactly are you to my husband? I cut in. First love. 3-year run. She inspected her diamond ring. I left for Paris. He vowed to wait. Imagine my surprise when Instagram exploded with wedding photos. I swallowed. Why come now? To solve the mystery. She flicked her phone. And to return this. The screen showed Adrian in a dim corner CAF, leaning close across a tiny table, Sophia's hand brushing his. My lungs emptied. He'll file for divorce. You're lying. The words shook. Ask him where he was after he tucked you in. She snapped her clutch shut. Spare yourself the public dump. Darling, bow out gracefully. With a final poison-sweet smile she clicked out, leaving citrus perfume and a mushroom cloud of doubt. I sagged onto the sofa, photo still glowing in my hand. In the photo, Adrian's eyes were nothing like the frozen stare I knew. He was gazing at Sophia with pure tenderness. Could it be that he still loves her? That I'm nothing but a stand-in? The thought made tears slip down before I could stop them. That night Adrian came home. How was your day? He asked. Same as always. I forced a smile. Fine. Really? He caught the tremor at once. Your eyes are red. Must have been the wind, I muttered, looking away. I picked at my food, my mind miles away. You're acting strange, he said, setting his chopsticks down. Talk to me. I drew a breath. Who'd you see last night? He blinked. Why ask that? Answer me. A pause. A friend. What friend? Business. He hedged. I gave a thin laugh. Business friends make you that jumpy? Willow. Sophia paid me a visit, I said flatly. His face drained of color. What did she say? That you met, and that you're divorcing me. My voice cracked. True. He stood, reaching for me. It isn't what you think, then what? I rose too. Adrian, what am I to you? My wife. Just a wife? I stared into his eyes. Do you love me? Silence. That silence sliced deeper than any word. I get it. A bitter laugh escaped. A replacement after all. No, enough. I cut him off. If you want her back, say it. Stop the act. Willow, listen. I'm tired. I turned toward the stairs. He caught my wrist. Where are you going? My room. We need to finish this. There's nothing left. I pulled free. She's still in your heart. Admit it. He didn't deny. My heart shattered. Chapter 9 I barely slept. Adrian stood outside my door for the longest time, then left at dawn. I rose early. So did he. Already at the table, pale and exhausted. When he saw me, he jumped up. Willow, skipping breakfast, I said, heading for the door. Where to? He followed. Out for air. I'll drive. No. Outside. Sunlight mocked my gloom. I drifted along Main, replaying every word. He'd never said he loved me. He hadn't denied there was someone else. That said everything. I sat in Riverside until my phone buzzed. Luna. Willow. You sound wrecked. I told her everything. What? She shrieked. Sophia's vicious. Maybe she's right. No way. Luna insisted. The man adores you. He met her last night. There's a reason, she said. Talk to him. Clear the air. After we hung up I lingered, then headed home. It was was past 2. Adrian wasn't there. Only a sticky note on the coffee table. Willow had to run to Caldwell. Let's talk tonight. Adrian, my stomach flipped. 8 o'clock. He walked in, tired but resolute. You're here, he said, relief flickering across his face. Let's talk. He sat opposite me. I owe you the truth, he began. Last night, I met Sophia. My heart thumped. She threatened me, he continued. Said she'd hurt you if I refused. Hurt me? She has photos from my past, he said grimly. Vowed to leak them and claim we're still together. You warned her off. I told her if she touched you, I'd ruin her in Riverdale. And the reunion rumor? Total fiction. His gaze burned into mine. I feel nothing for her. Yet you didn't deny caring for someone else, I whispered. Because I do, he said softly. It's you, Willow. Only you, since the day we married. I gaped. Why didn't you say love? My throat tightened. I was terrified you didn't feel the same, he confessed. That I'd scare you away. Tears spilled. Willow, I love you, more than anything. I love you too, I sobbed. He hauled me into his arms. I'll never let anyone hurt you again. I'm sorry I doubted you. We both messed up, he murmured. But now we know. Willow. Yes, marry me, again. I laughed. We already did. That was business, he said. I want a wedding for 2 people in love. I nodded hard. Yes. All the clouds dissolved. Only love remained. Chapter 10. 3 months later. Our second wedding day. Not for mergers, but for hearts. I glided down the aisle in a brand new wedding gown. Adrian waited in a crisp tux. At the altar I remembered our first ceremony, strangers. Stiff and silent. Today we beamed. Eyes locked. Willow, he whispered. Thank heaven for you. And you taught me what love is, I answered. The priest chuckled. Rare to see a couple this smitten. Applause washed over us. Luna cried openly. Eleanor dabbed her eyes. Even Adrian's stern father smiled. You may kiss the bride. This time he didn't hesitate. Soft, sweet, heart-stopping. Cheers erupted. I love you, Caldwell. I love you, Caldwell. The grand reception followed. Friends. Champagne. Roses everywhere. Luna hugged me. Gorgeous and blissed out. Thanks for never doubting. That's what besties do. Mid-dinner Adrian stood. Thank you all. Meeting Willow was the luckiest moment of my life. I vow to love, shield, and cherish her every single day. When the music faded, we went home, our real home. Warm and alive. Tired? He asked. A little. He swept me into his arms. Tradition. Groom carries bride on the real wedding night. We'd been married months, yet my cheeks burned. He laid me on the bed. We'll always be this happy, I said. Let's make a baby, he whispered. Already? A little girl as adorable as you, he grinned. What if it's a boy? A heartbreaker like his dad. He kissed me. Either way, I'll love them beyond words. Me too. Moonlight painted silver across the covers. We drifted off wrapped around each other. Whatever storms come, we'll face them together, hand in hand. Hearts in sync. That's everything we'll ever need.